Hi everyone, Chris here. Today's video I'm going to feature the Blade mCPX brushless helicopter for this review. This is the second model I have. The first one I sold, I didn't take the time or the patience to properly tune up my first one and ended up getting rid of it. And now I regret it and I missed it because of the nice sheer power and the responsiveness of a micro helicopter. It was most appealing to me because of the price drop that Horizon Hobby has now on this particular model, and I went on the internet, checked it out, and found a really good deal on a bonus package that included the factory optional solid tail boom and green canopy with tail fin and the optional skids. So I picked that up for less than $210. It came with 3 extra batteries. So I liked it so much, I spent a little bit more and got a 5th battery and some extra skids and extra spares, extra main rotor blades. I also installed on this particular model the micro heli parts package. I didn't buy the whole deluxe package. I just picked and choose what I wanted. I got the advanced X frame, their aluminum swash plate, and the DFC head. Also, I went over to Asteroid Designs and installed on this kit Dylan's motor plate adapter for the tail boom support kit and the tail boom supports. As you can see here in the back, let me get this toothpick out to point out the parts. There's a nice little carbon fiber plate on the top that secures everything to the tail section. I cut this out of a simple polystyrene sheet. It doesn't come with Dylan's kit, so if you have any questions, oh, where did you get that? Well, I made it myself. It was really simple to do. All I did was use the tail fin as a template, traced it out on the polystyrene sheet, mirrored it over, cut it out with an X-Acto blade, sanded it down, drilled it through, and voila, that's what you got. It's a really nice helicopter. This time I did take the patience and time to tune it up and tone it down, and I really enjoy flying this time. It's finally tamed. I did make a few modifications to it myself. As the first model, I also put in some 3mm by 0.1mm shims in between the step washers and the race bearings on the blade grips on the spindle. You can see that. I believe I posted a video about a year ago detailing that, and also use the same thing as I used before. I used some size 001 red silicone O-rings as dampers on the swash plate. On my first model I used it on the rotor head itself also, but I can't use it on the DFC head because that is tight enough as it is, and it's very responsive and much more smoother. I don't like using the fast forward flight blades, or the bullet blades as some people call them. They're heavier, they're more balanced, yes, but they are just a little more heavier, and they give the motor, the main motor, a little too much of a workout in my opinion. It gets it hotter and really gets that main board hot. So in a review, in a nutshell, it's a really nice helicopter. It's my second one. Revisiting this particular model has really paid off for me. And so far I've flown it over 24 times indoors and have had very little problems with it. Banged it up against the wall once really bad. It rebounded really quick. Nothing broke on it. For notes on the advanced X frame, It comes reassembled, and there's no Loctite on any of the screws when you get this kit. You're going to have to use Loctite on any screw that fastens into aluminum, of course. Use it very sparingly and be very careful with those screws. I over-torqued one of them and broke the head right off the screw. Ended up having to do a small band-aid on the frame itself, but thankfully there was more than one contact point where there were two other hard points with a entire frame fastened together, so not too worried about that unless I really crash it hard or, you know, accidentally, you know, drink a bottle of whiskey and stumble down and fall on top of it and crush it. Otherwise, yeah, it's very nice. If you do want to use the Asteroid Designs boom support kit, you're going to have to buy two separate parts. Number one is going to be the motor adapter plate. It's the same piece that's listed in the instructions on the Advanced X frame, and you'll need to swap it out and use the mounting holes. I'm using the stock motor on the mCP X brushless stock main motor. The motor mount screws will run left and right, not forward and back. Dylan shows a picture of it mounted, and I believe that is the first generation or version 2 mCPX, not the brushless one. The mesh is perfect in on the motor mounting adapter plate. It includes two wing-shaped flanges that stand out for the boom support rods. That comes in a multi-piece kit. You're going to have 4 rod ends, 2 millimeter rods, a bunch of fasteners, and the carbon fiber plate along with a clamp. I like to plan to use slightly longer screws for this since I added the horizontal fin to it. Currently I'm using the stock screws, and it's fitting well and snug. I might want to reinforce it with a little shoe goo. And since I'm using the solid tail boom, I did have to ream the clamp out and make the clamps yoke a little, or the opening, the round half moon hole, a little bit wider. And I might have overdone it, but I'm not too sure. It does sit level and flush right now. I haven't really had to tweak it out or reposition it that much. I do check it a lot though. I check everything, make sure it's square and flush and everything's tight, and it flies great. I really love this helicopter. Anyways, if I do think of anything else more about this helicopter, I'll be sure to post it. And yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching, and as always, happy flying. Take care. Bye.